Chris, what is our third main topic today?
Third topic is coming from Hunter Moon. Hey, John, this is actually my first time writing something to you.
Oh, thank you for writing in.
I just saw earlier today that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has been confirmed to stream on Disney Plus June 22nd, making it around the 45-day window of releasing. What do you think about the news that this movie is streaming quicker than other MCU movies like Shang-Chi and Eternals?
All right, thanks a lot for writing that in. Now, of course, the new reality in the exhibitor movie world is a 45-day standard window. Now, it used to be 90, which was better, but it used to be a 90-day window. Then some people try to get rid of it altogether, but so they kind of settled on 45 days. Now, 45 days does not mean that every movie that comes out must come out on home video 45 days later. Not true at all. It still leaves the studios flexibility to release it however long. Others like Shang-Chi, Eternals, and others will have a much longer window for whatever their reasons are, right? So it was not terribly surprising to find out that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is now kind of running out of steam at this point, is coming out this month. This comes to us from the folks over at Variety who wrote the following. After reigning over the box office, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will hit Disney Plus this month. The Benedict Cumberbatch-led movie arrives on streamer June 22nd. That's like 3 weeks away. Just a handful of weeks after its May 6th release, the film debuted to an astonishing $185 million at the box office, making it the 11th highest domestic opening of all time and the biggest launch of 2022. And again, that comes to us from the folks over at Variety. And Ray, can you look up for me what's been the total worldwide box office now for Doctor Strange? Because I believe it sailed past 900.
I just looked it up.
How much?
It's $880,983,652, so just shy of $900 million.
And I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think any Marvel movie has ever finished between 900 million and $1 billion. I think every movie they've ever put out falls just short of 900 million or goes past $1 billion. I could be wrong about that. What do you got there?
I don't know about that, but it made over $500 million internationally.
Yeah. The international market loves Doctor Strange.
So, for those, it's interesting because now we throw around the numbers like 1 billion as if everything can do that.
Yeah.
That's still, 880 million is a very respectable number for this
and
movie.
I think it'll get to 9. I think if not, it'll just come a little bit shy. But with worldwide numbers, to get another 19 point something, I think maybe it can do it at any rate here.
And it's only been released. It came out May 6th.
Yeah, so
it's not even out for a month.
Yeah, it'll be the 45 day. It'll be just outside of the 45 days. So it's a standard thing. But I'm not surprised, and here's why. I like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse. I've seen it a number of times in theaters. I had a good time with it. I do not think it is one of the premier MCU movies, though. Like, I call it second tier. And the second tier for Marvel is still much better than most other places. But I say it's second tier Marvel. As a result of being second tier Marvel, it hasn't had the long-lasting water cooler effect, like a movie like Shang-Chi. A movie like Shang-Chi, which didn't make as much money as Doctor Strange did, but nobody saw it coming. That movie came out, and everybody like me just talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and had those kinds of legs, right? So I'm honestly I don't sense that with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, so I'm not really surprised they're going to go the 45-plus day release window. And I know I'll be watching it when it drops on Disney Plus. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this. Does it surprise you they're doing the 45?
No. I think that they probably saw that it made money hard and fast, and then it's kind of played itself out in less than a month. John, this is going to seem weird to people. People are going to probably say, like, what? I see this movie as the arachnophobia of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Please explain.
Well, okay, because Arachnophobia is a good movie. It's fun. A lot of people but it's not a great, people don't, it's not Gremlins.
Right.
It's Arachnophobia. And it's, maybe you like Arachnophobia more, but.
No, I like Gremlins more, but I get where you're going.
You know what I mean? It's a movie that is, people like it. It's respectable. I see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness like a good summer annual. You're reading your Doctor Strange comics. There's a really good kind of standalone summer annual where Doctor Strange goes into the multiverse, and it's satisfying. It doesn't really play into the rest of the ongoing Doctor Strange comic. It's just a cool annual. And you really like, wow, that's neat. It's kind of a self-contained story. Now, yes, this builds off of things like WandaVision and all that. But like you said, to me, exactly what you said. It's second-tier Marvel. I mean, it's got ramifications that they can use,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a story unto itself. Wong kicked a little ass. Doctor Strange kicked ass. The multiverse was cool. Wanda went bananas. We got to see all kinds of things like the Illuminati. But ultimately, it felt like outside of this movie, if Doctor Strange, if someone said, hey, Steven, what'd you do last weekend? Dude, I was in the multiverse. You would not believe all the people and the crazy stuff that happened to me. But Banner would be like, really? I didn't know that. And Doctor Strange would have to explain to all the other Marvel characters what actually happened in the multiverse.
You know, here's the strange thing about Doctor Strange. Strange thing about Doctor Strange is this. There are a number of things in this movie that I completely love, but I can't really put my finger on why, to me, it's second-tier Marvel. For example, the Wanda stuff. I told you this. I honestly think the Wanda story is one of the best things Marvel has ever done. The journey of Wanda Maximoff to this point in this, what she did in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I think is one of the most compelling, fantastic things they've written and done, this whole journey of hers, including what they did here. I loved Wong in it. I loved the cameos. I thought was a lot of fun. There's a lot of things in this movie that I really loved, and I've never really, but it's definitely second tier Marvel to me, but I've never really been able to put my finger on what is it about it that drags. I mean, for me, the second act dragged kind of slow, but yeah, it's just not as satisfying as like what I would say would be the top 10 Marvel movies. I don't know. You hear about this, Chris. What are you making of this?
I mean, this makes sense to me timeline-wise because June we have so many heavy hitters coming to theaters.
Yeah.
We've got Jurassic World, we've got Lightyear, The Black Phone, which you all will see and I will not. We've got a lot of movies coming out that I think, Elvis too. And I know it's not necessarily the same demographic that is your Doctor Strange crew, but I think also you've got a whole bunch of other, coals in the fire that Multiverse of Madness is going to kind of lose its steam by this point anyway. I love the summer annual comparison. That was brilliant.
Well, I mean, I feel too that, both WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness tell this great story about Wanda Maximoff. And I agree. A lot of pathos there, really interesting. But it was kind of hermetically sealed away from the rest of the big MCU. Like, when I was reading, I went back and read Avengers Disassembled, and it was Wanda attacking. She was attacking all of the Avengers in the MCU. And it was huge. It was this big, long, when you find out what's going on, Doctor Strange comes and says there is no chaos magic. And it's this far-reaching storyline with ramifications that ripple across the MCU. It feels like the Wanda Maximoff story between WandaVision and this is sealed off from the rest of the...
Oh, yeah, I'm perfectly good with that. Actually, yeah. I wish they would do more of that.
I agree with you. I agree with you, like standalone, but it didn't have... I think that's why I feel it was lesser Marvel, because it wasn't affecting all of the other
wider
characters.
scoping things.
Yeah.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? June 22nd, like 3 weeks from now, basically, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be on Disney+. What do you think about that? Are you surprised a little bit earlier than you thought it would be? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Guys, we want to take just a minute and thank the sponsor of this video, Masterclass. Masterclass is offering classes on a wide variety of topics, like all taught by world-class masters at the absolute tops of their field. Each class is broken down out into individual video lessons, usually like around 10 minutes or so long, and members can explore at their own pace. And each class is supported by downloadable materials, lessons, recipes, or more that you can all find at masterclass.com. For example, are you into streaming? Well, you can take the Building Your Streaming class taught by ninjas so you can sharpen up on your streaming skills. Or if you're interested in independent filmmaking, take independent filmmaking from Academy Award winner Spike Lee. You want to get classes on how to direct? How about from Ron Howard? The very first one I personally looked up and got into was Business Leadership by the great Big Papa Iger, Bob Iger himself. And I was absolutely enthralled with it. I love every single minute of this stuff. If any of those apply to you, you need to try Masterclass. So I highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every Masterclass. And as a John Campea Show viewer, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/Campea. Once again, to get 15% off your annual membership, go to masterclass.com/Campea.